what's it called? I've got Marios, Super Marios. I've got Super George. I've got and Dower, Tommy Batty. But it's unbelievable. We were talking last night. Me to it. This is at half time. We were having a chat, right? Having a chat. And this is what he said to me. And I'm going to bring him on right away. I'm going to bring Super Marios in. There he is. Hey, Marios.
Hello, Frank.
How are you?
I'm fine. And you?
I'm good.
That's great.
And there's Super George.
You look good, yes.
Thank you.
Hi, Frank. Hi, Marios.
Hi, George.
I'm buzzing.
Yeah, that's nice. That's nice.
Brilliant last night. Brilliant.
Yeah.
He's frozen.
Yeah. Oh. What's going on? The internet connection is not that good.
Yeah, he's got the gremlins. They are. Yes, Tommy.
Hey,
hello,
Tommy.
Hello, George. Hello, Marios.
Hello, Tommy.
Great to see
Good
you.
evening, Frank.
He's frozen.
He's frozen.
Frank, if you froze, but turn your heat now.
He's stuck. Pay your bill.
Yeah.
Well, Tommy, you can take over.
I tell you what a game last night, George. What a performance.
It was out of this world. I was really, really pleased. A couple of things came to mind to me watching it. Number one was the welcome that Bobby got from the fans.
Oh,
yeah,
very
unbelievable.
emotional. Very emotional that was.
Yeah.
And number two, Curtis Jones. I mean, the lads came through a lot of problems, and he certainly shone last night. 2 great goals, good performance. And
you can see his confidence rising, can't you?
Yeah.
He's playing in a team, and his confidence is growing every game.
Yeah, and what a goal from Trent. What a free kick.
Yeah.
We were having a chat at half time, me and Tommy. And I said, what do you think, 2-0? I said, go ahead, Tommy. What did you say?
I said, I've got 2-0 and 3-0. I hope they don't score 4.
He has a bet.
Well, we should have scored 5 or 6.
Well, I'm glad he didn't, George.
Goal difference.
I won £76 on that.
Oh, did you?
Oh,
yeah.
Oh, right.
This is brilliant. Listen, lads, I'm going to say hello to our wonderful people there. He's just come in. Stephen Snape. He says, evening, Frank. Evening, Frank. Nice. Christian Apple. Now, Christian is a cracking fella. He's an adopted Scouser. He says, the spirit of Liverpool is in me, he says. The spirit of Liverpool. And that's great, that to come out. And as the title says, really do it now. And Christian says, of course we can do it, Frank. Of course we can. Yeah. And Stephen Snape says, I believe someone said to me to win 3-0 and Trent would get a free kick goal.
Wow. You could do my lottery numbers tonight.
Yeah.
And there's an old mate of mine, it's John actually, eating fatties. Of course the mighty red men will. That's what he says.
Here.
Evening, Marios.
Evening, hello.
George. And last but certainly not least, Tommy, says Stephen Snape.
Stephen.
All right, Steve.
Now, I want to know what this abbreviation is. PEWL. What does that mean?
Never heard that one before.
Neither I do.
Abbreviations.
So the last two could be win the league.
Yeah. Oh, yes, something, yeah.
Well, Perfect Entertainment will win the league.
That could be it, Tommy.
Hey.
Well done.
And Nigel Sandman says, be great if we can do it. Would be unbelievable.
Certainly would.
But we'll be going on. We'll be going on about the game. Just let me get through these. Just let me get through these. Christian Apple says number 3, Fabinho back to his best, dominated midfield. We'll definitely be talking about that. And Nabend Apple says, well, he speaks German actually.
What's that?
Stephen Slade. Lib Pule, says John, all the way from Ike. The Ike and fatties speak. God knows what
Lib
that
Pule.
means. Lib Pule. Oh, Lib Pule. Just shows you. Thank you, John. Thank you. Christian says, first time I was in the pool of life was at the end of the 80s. No big megastores. Thatcher's survival of the fittest. A derelict city, but fell in love with the people immediately.
Greatest people in the world, along with Glasgow.
Yeah. Every time our kids used to go away, our Stevie, always worked away when I was very young. And he used to bring Scottish lads back from Glasgow. And he said, there's no difference
Passion.
between Glaswegians and Liverpoolians.
Yeah.
And they take a drink too.
And John, Aiton Fatty say, yay! We got it.
He's down the pub.
The pew. And that's how we say it, isn't it? The pew. Well, listen, lads, I'll go to Marios because, Marios is there. He's very emotional. He's saying nothing. He's very emotional after doing a 10-mile hike or something.
Well, say, Morel, he's run about 10 miles before he come up.
Exactly.
Gets on my nerves, actually.
Gets on my nerves. Which is me. I've got a mate there named Tony Lowe, and he climbs mountains. Mountains he climbs. I've got another mate, Doyley, and he climbs mountains, jumps out of planes and everything. That's a bungee jumping.
Got to be something messing with them people.
They're all reds and they're all lunatics. That's what they are.
They're all nuts, yeah.
Anyway, Marios, last night, when you seen the lineup, when you seen the way we started off, they were trying to come into Liverpool, but we contained them. For the first 25 minutes, we contained them, right?
Yeah.
So take it from there.
And on.
Yeah, just on. What did you think of the first half?
To be honest, when I saw the lineup, I was confident. I remember myself reading the lineup and reading the name of Curtis and not having a problem with this.
Okay.
Thinking that it's a good lineup. So I was confident during the game, the whole game, that we will win. There's an optimism in the team the last couple of weeks. So even if the game doesn't go that well, you still feel that we can do it. We will do it. It's completely different from what it was some weeks before. So yeah, I never felt not sure. I was confident that we will do it.
Okay.
For some reason.
Okay. No, that's fine. Can I just ask everyone out there who's looking in, and can you please press the like button just to get the algorithm out there? If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe to the channel, because these are wonderful guests, wonderful people, know the football. And I'm going over to the Shankly boy himself, the lost Shankly boy, and that's George. So you felt confident, didn't you, George?
I did. But in the beginning, with first 10, 15 minutes, Leicester were, looking reasonably well. We were quite guarded, I thought. But once we scored the first goal, the game was over. The space we had, I thought, was immense. A number of passing, the ball was passing from player to player. They just didn't seem to have an answer. And then Gakpo missed that one from close range, hit against the keeper. Salah, 3 wonderful lay-ons. for the goals, passes for the goals. And then he missed an absolute sitter. I don't know what he was doing there. And he's right through and he put it past the post.
Yeah. Well, before I go over to Tommy, I was saying to Tommy, when we scored the first goal, I had to run the loo. So anyway, I went to the loo, came back, and I missed the second goal.
The beauty.
I missed the second goal.
Oh.
And one of the commentators said, and I didn't know, I never looked at the score, you know, where you just look at the top corner. And he said, and he should have made it 3. And I looked, bang, there it is, 2-0. I didn't even know who scored, to be honest. Didn't know who scored.
That was a beautiful
the second.
Yeah, man.
Oh,
what a goal. What a goal. Okay. What did you think, Tommy? You know, I know that you were, we were chatting together.
I just, in the first 20 minutes, I think Leicester were, they were kicking everything by the ball. They were just getting stuck right into us. But we didn't fall for it. We just said, okay, then if that's the way you want to play it. But as George said, once we scored the first one, we knew we were going to get 2 or 3.
Yeah.
But Mo Salah, I had him to score at any time. The Egyptian king, and I thought I got it.
He doesn't miss many of them, does he?
Yeah.
No. Well, I won't tell you what I called him.
Well, you've got to look now. Let's look at the individual players. Let's start from the back, right? And let's move up. I'm going over to George this time. Starting from the back, Alisson. What did you think of Alisson, George?
Well, he made a couple of exceptional saves. One in particular, I'm not sure whether it was Harvey Barnes. It was going right in the top corner, and he a great save. He tipped it past the post, and he did nothing wrong at all. Like he very rarely does. He's just the best keeper in the world. I thought he just showed that.
Okay, Tommy, what did you think?
I think what George just said with Alisson there, it just gives the back four all the confidence in the world to play.
Yeah.
And the way we play out every time, except when Alisson sees something and he hits it. But I thought everybody on the pitch.
Yeah. No, don't just Alisson for the time.
Alisson was brilliant. Okay. And don't forget that when he stopped at close range, hit him in the chest.
Yeah.
Yes.
He's not afraid, is he, to go out to the ball, even if they put the foot through them.
Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
Marius, what did you think?
He is the player of the season for us, I think. This is the problem, that our goalkeeper is the player of the season. But I think he, as you said, he boosts the confidence in the team. And when there is a big save, then you think, okay, we are in a good hands tonight also, so let's go on with it. So I think it was a crucial save, and his contribution was really needed. And on this day 2 years ago, he scored that header. Do not forget this.
Well, this is on the likes of you talking about that, the likes of that scarf and badge. Can I just add this a moment? That scarf and badge, one of the shirts that they actually sell, they're absolutely brilliant, actually. They really are good quality stuff. And one of them, a T-shirt, has Alisson, doing the header. He's doing the header. It's a cracking T-shirt of that header. And that's at Scarf and Badge. I'll go on to them a little bit later on as well. So, but, you see these particular things, these wonderful T-shirts where they have like scenes from a game. Absolutely brilliant. Yeah. All right, so I'll go to Tommy here. I'll go over to can I just say hello to these lovely people, actually?
Hello.
Just let me do it.
Oh, I thought you saying hello to me.
These are lovely people. Christian Apple. Just let me go on. The only time I had the same hospitality like in Liverpool was when I lived in Iran. Beautiful people. I really hope they can overcome their regime. The thing is, I stream all around the world, and what a stream is, I think it's controversial. It's it's other people's, you know the way you read and you get the press about other countries. And, it's all bad press what they're giving out. Well, I stream those particular countries to see what the people are really like. And as Christian says, the people are lovely. They are lovely.
Yeah.
And, you might think that they all walk around in these things, heads or foot. Some do, but a lot don't.
Yeah.
There are a lot don't, and they're all westernized. They wear westernized clothes. So, you're getting the wrong image. And I'm just saying that about that. Stephen Snape says, cracking city, Glasgow. I think he had to say that because of Shane McGowan, even if Frank, and a lovely pint for Frank. Thank you, Shane. Oh, mate, do you know what? I've got an ordinary show, and I had a guest, I don't know whether I told you this, and one of the guests he sent me a message, is that the real Shane McGowan? I said, yeah. He told everybody that real Shane McGowan comes, and comments on the Frank Carlyle show. He believes it. I'd like to say I was only joking, But anyway, lovely Daphne Diamond Zaracot. Good evening, Frank. Hope you're all okay. And a big kiss for Frank.
A nice profile
Daphne,
picture.
She's a lovely, and a big res, by the way. She jumps out of planes. She does bungee jumping.
Oh my God.
How do you know that kiss is just for you? Like, how do you know that kiss is just for you?
All the kisses are for me. Tommy, if any fellas give you kisses, you can have them all. You, Marios and George.
I've been kissed by some ugly fellas.
I'm glad I never kissed you then. To Vardy play by the way, says Christian Apple. We'll be coming back. Oh, the lovely Marie Lester. Marie, how are you? Lovely. Well, brilliant. These are all new people, by the way. We took 15 to 20 minutes working Leicester out. But once we did, our superiority showed through. You really win at a canter, but I think we still had a gear or two left.
Yeah.
And he's so right there.
Yeah.
Brian Edley. Good evening, gents. How are we? Great result last night. Glad BT Sport didn't work it out for Tommy, mate. Great having you back. Curtis on fire. So he's talking about you there, Tommy.
Yeah.
And the lovely Mitch Fletcher, the great Mitch, not the lovely, I'm sorry there, Mitch. Something quite cathartic. When hearing the Leicester fans singing derogatory songs about our city, and then possibly being sent into the division below with the help of two Scousers, if Carlsberg did karma, how about that?
Brilliant.
What a comment.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
And that spoils the old thing, doesn't it, about football?
Yeah.
But it's Liverpool. And you don't hear it around any other grounds about things. And, these people who chant about Liverpool.
It's
and
jealousy,
Frank. The city's magnificent. The people are magnificent. The architecture is magnificent. It's, I just don't know where. I don't think they've ever been to Liverpool. I really don't know if they've ever been.
It's just jealousy, mate. It's just jealousy.
I think Anfield's the second biggest tourist attraction in the country after the Houses of Parliament.
It is.
Yep.
It is. And we've got Shane McGowan on, haven't we? Got Charlie, even in chaps. How about this fella?
All right, Charles.
How about this fella?
Ryan Ferry.
Another star.
And someone says, I don't think Marios would know this fella, but you do, Tommy. And you do, George. Someone said, like today, he had a video call, and they went like, what have you got your head like Eddie Cochran for?
Eddie Cochran, yeah. 3 steps to heaven.
Exactly. That's what he said. I hope United slip up, says Brian. But we'll be talking about that in a moment, Brian. Keep
Why not Newcastle?
Yeah, I think Newcastle, are the more susceptible, in my opinion.
Yeah.
They're more susceptible to, lose points. And they didn't sing "God Save the King" in the second half, didn't they? Yes, you're right there. Says Christian. There's a good friend of mine. Evening, lads. You never walk alone. David's Westhead.
All right, David.
Hello.
Just like Eddie, says Charlie Woods, because of this. Because of this. Eddie Cochran.
Eddie Cochran, yeah.
So listen, lads, with the game last night, what do you think of the title? Can we really do it now? And I'm going to Marios first.
Yeah, look, it's still not in our hands, so this still is the problem. All we can do is keep pushing. Well, we have to take every single point. There are 2 games left, so take the 6 points first and foremost to clinch the Europa League football next season, because it's not done yet. It's Brighton behind us. They're chasing every possible best possible position. So we have to clinch Europa League first and foremost, and then if it is meant to be, thank you. We will be more than happy to take it. I think that the most important thing is that we are still keep pushing, and this creates a lot of pressure to our opponents. I don't think it's, as I said right before, it's not only United, but it's also Newcastle, because Newcastle United, they're a great team, they're a very good team, but it's different because they're not used to it, to be in this position, and there's a pressure. Let's see if they can handle it. So it's a challenge for everyone.
Well, because it's a new pressure, isn't it, on Newcastle? Because as Brian Henry says, we have got it. I'm 100% about it now. Newcastle will get beat on Thursday, and there is no way Chelsea want Newcastle in Europe.
Yeah,
that's what he says.
And I remember Leicester City slipped twice and didn't make it to the Champions League.
That's right.
Because of not managing to handling the pressure. So let's see if Newcastle is different here. So,
well, okay, you mentioned pressure. I'll go to George on this. And it's only what Marios said. Now, you look at Arsenal, and Arsenal felt the pressure, or are feeling the pressure now. Because we all said, we said that they were going to, it'll take a great team like City to stop them. But it's in their hands, it's up to them to carry on. And all of a sudden, they faltered against Liverpool. Yeah. It was Liverpool when they were 2-0 up, flying high, and all of a sudden, and we should have beat them. We should have beat them that day. So what do you think about pressure, George, on Newcastle?
Well, I think the team at the top are facing more pressure than the team chasing, because they cannot afford to make a mistake. I mean, we know that Liverpool have got to win all 3 games. That's it. We've got to win all 2 games now. We've got to win our games. That's the first thing. I just hope that the Brighton team are the team that played Arsenal and not the team that played Everton, because they're a wonderful team, Brighton. And like Marios, I think Brighton, and like Brian, I think Brighton can get a result in Newcastle. But there'll be a lot of pressure on United, especially on United, because for them to lose this against Liverpool would be even worse than a 7 defeat.
Yeah.
And they're going to be nervous, really are. I think we can go out there and play open and attractive football, because we're coming on a high. We've won, is it 7 of the last 9? So full of confidence. Trent's playing like a genius. All the players are fitting into place. We've got a strong attack. I think we'll score goals. I think we'll beat Villa and Southampton. If we don't beat Southampton, to be honest, Frank, I don't think we deserve to be in the top 4. So I need to take that one as read. So pressure's a hell of a thing. It can get to you. Marios will tell you, run the marathon, the guy's behind you, you're looking over your shoulder. You're going out harder, but sometimes you get pipped at the post.
That's true.
I hope they get pipped at the post. I think they will. I agree with Brian. I think we'll do it.
But what about you, Tommy? Can we really do it?
I think we win the last 2 games without a doubt. But to win the last 9 games, which is 27 points,
Fabulous.
it's just sickening that we couldn't win a few more in the middle. That we wouldn't
Tommy,
be
my mind goes back to Bournemouth. That game after United 1-0. If we'd have won that game, it would be over now.
But see, where we've come from to where we are it's just incredible.
Yeah.
But I agree with all of you. I think Newcastle have got more chance of losing than Man United have.
Yeah.
United
then again,
as well.
But then again, United are under pressure to beat us.
Yes.
Not about anybody else. It's to beat us to fourth place.
That's right.
They don't care who's bit. They don't want us to get there.
Yeah, exactly.
So they're under pressure. Newcastle, they've done brilliant to be where they are, but I think they've more chance of losing or dropping points than Man United.
Well, Nigel Salmon says, I agree with you, Frank. Newcastle will be the side we replace in the top 4. So he's convinced. And there's a lovely girl, one of our friends, Big Red, this girl, Ailey Barrow. And she says, never mind third or fourth. If you had told me a couple of months ago Liverpool are going to finish 5th, I wouldn't have believed you. They've been excellent in recent weeks and deserve top 4, ready for lots of spending in the summer.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
She was here today, Frank.
Was she?
Yeah. And she said, I'm going before I wreck your flat.
The thing is, when we look, what Ailey says there, you would have told me a few months ago that we'd finish 5th, never mind 4th. I wouldn't have believed you. We all didn't believe it. I was actually saying at the time, I'm being honest with you, I'm saying to you, Tommy, I just don't want to go into this Conference League. I really don't. We're better than that. Then all of a sudden, it's this run, and it just keeps on going. It's like a train. But as we said, and as you said, Tommy, it's in the middle that we've collapsed.
Yeah.
Now, I'm going to Marius here. What do you think has changed it, Marius? I've got my own idea. Why we're playing so well? I've got my own idea. What do you think? What's your opinion?
Yep. First and foremost, I think that the mood changed and the mentality changed from the moment we lost at Bournemouth, because I think that was the turning point when we thought that, okay, Champions League football is done. No way to go to the Champions League. So let's relax. Let's put out that pressure, play with more freedom and all these kind of things. I have said so many times also that the fact that it's not about Jude Bellingham particularly, but in general, that there's a talk that Champions League football will not affect the transfer strategy of the team. So all these things have made players feel more relaxed, and let's go for every single point we can. Let's play with more freedom. So I think it's first and foremost kind of psychology thing. We are playing with more freedom, and of course, there is that tactic change with Trent that changed a lot in the team and helped many players play with more freedom on the pitch, like Curtis. And
it's like we bought a new player.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Well, I was going to ask you about the man of the match. He got awarded the man of the match because let's be honest. When we've looked at Curtis, me and you spoke about him, Tommy, on many of occasions, and we actually said, "But what does he do?" But we never gave him the credit that. Simply because he never had game time. He just never had game time. He never has any continuous games.
Yeah.
Now, what we've seen of Curtis Jones is the game time
Yeah, exactly.
and what
Yeah.
he's showing.
It's his longest run on Liverpool career. Yes.
Yeah. And when you look at the system, the system has changed so much by Jurgen Klopp that it's give freedom. It's not only to the Curtis Jones to roam about, but also to Trent. And they don't know where to go. They don't know where to, look or whatever. The opposition I'm talking about. It's also given Fabinho. And Fabinho's been playing very good in the last few games
Yes,
with this
exactly.
new,
Good old Fab. Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Now he's just now stopping players. He's stopping their play, the opposition play, which he had been doing the last few years. But the way when we started off the season and the midfield was absolutely dreadful. Now with this new system and with the likes of Jones and with the likes of Trent coming in, it's given it all purpose, because not only does it give everybody the freedom to go and score or be great in midfield, but it's also protecting the midfield. What do you think, George?
Yes, it's a classic midfield setup, isn't it? Two creators and one not so much a destroyer, but as you say, a ball winner. And Firmino's got back to that. He's got back to that position now, I think, because Jones he's come on brilliantly in the last 3-4 weeks. I mean, served his apprenticeship. It's very difficult to break into the league team unless you get your regular games. Once you get your regular games and you blossom, and he's starting to blossom, and this will give him more confidence. And I can only see him getting better, Jones, if he keeps clear of injury next season. Yeah. I think we've got young Bashek. I can never say his name, Frank. I apologise. Bashek, we've got him coming back next year. We've got Jones there. We've got Thiago probably come back again next year. We've got Fabinho playing better. You've got Diaz back, fully fit. So all things coming together now like a proper Liverpool team and squad, which I think in the middle of the season we didn't quite have, did we?
Yeah. But the thing is, when you mentioned Thiago, I think Thiago is too injury prone.
Yes, he is.
He really is. He never has a full like. It's just like Keita, never has a free from injury.
It's really frustrating. Really frustrating. Yes.
It is, because he's got a lot of talent, Thiago.
Yeah, everybody does, but we can't rely on him next season because he could break down any time.
Yeah, he may be one to go on to get
crucial games, So
I'd rather have a broken down Thiago than a fully fit Keita. Put it that way.
Yeah,
Keita's disappeared from the radar.
And don't forget that Thiago is one of the highest paid players in the squad.
Yeah,
that's really important. Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah, they get good money for him if they sold him.
Yeah, of course.
Well, Brian
is it the third? I think under Virgil and Mo. I think.
Yeah.
Well, the last 10 games, I think it is the last 10 games. If it would have been the start of the season, we would have been up there at the top.
Oh yeah, well, we're losing.
Think about that, and just imagine this time last year, Liverpool finished with 97 points. Was it 96, 97, whatever it was? And Manchester City this season can finish with only, if they win every game, 90 points. We would have won the league. To see how it fluctuates.
Well, we're 21 points behind now, where we were this time last year.
Yeah.
Yeah, and most of those points were lost against teams like Wolves and Brentford. And
Really bad results, though.
Yeah.
We didn't deserve to win them games, by the way.
No.
Because we were absolutely pathetic.
That's history now, isn't it? You need to go forward from next two games.
I was listening to Curtis last night and Trent after the game. And you give Curtis his due. He said, because where Trent is and what he's doing now in the team, gives me chance to stay higher up the pitch.
Yes.
I don't have to come back. I can stay higher up the pitch for what Trent does.
And get goals.
Yeah.
And did you notice Trent last night? He got right back into the right back position and tackle up. He stopped that lad from crossing the ball.
Yeah.
So, Southgate sitting in the stands, and if he sees that and he says, Mind you, I've always said, George, Barrios, Frank, England needs Trent. Trent doesn't need England.
Oh, yeah, the way he's playing now, he's the best midfield player in the country, apart from possibly De Bruyne.
I think he should change his nationality to Scottish.
Oh, we could do with him, definitely. Him and Robbo.
Or Greek.
Yeah. And his right foot is for me, it's maybe it's a too big thing to say, but his right foot is the best in England after David Beckham for me.
Yeah, I agree. Totally
agree. It's incredible.
Brian Edley says, lads, don't rule out Bournemouth taking a point off United midweek under the lights and all. And that's what Brian says. And Charlie Wood says, United have easier games.
There's no easy games in the Premier League.
Yeah.
No, there isn't.
That's why I say the teams at the bottom, they're going to be. They don't care who United is or who Newcastle is. They want to stay in the Premiership.
Yeah, exactly.
And they're hard games to win.
The only weapon for United is that they play at Old Trafford 2 games from the 3. That's the good for United. Yeah, because they struggle away, but at home they're better.
Yes.
Well, we only need them to drop 3 points, Marius. That'll do us.
Well, Stephen Snape says, for me, Mitrovic at full owes Man United for his dismissal in the FA Cup. Watch this space. Mitrovic, and he got
he will play. He's not suspended anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Brian Edley says, yes, Snapey, good call about the Fulham game, which is right.
Very good side, Fulham. Very good side.
Yeah, Charlie Wood, this is a cracking little point, this. Charlie Wood says, still fighting for top 4, and that's a very bad season.
Yeah.
Just think about that for a second.
But don't forget,
it's what Ailey said before. A few months ago, you told me that we'd finish, in the top 5. Well,
don't forget, for half the season, we never had any decent players on the pitch, really.
No.
They were all injured. Playing kids at fullback and centre half and midfield.
Yeah.
That's where we lost it.
Yeah. If we could perform during the whole season like this, we will be champions for a big gap, let me say.
Yeah.
A few years ago, we won by 20 points.
Yeah. My God. Yeah. That's more painful. That's more painful. That there's a season that if we were good, we would be champions, and we are that bad.
Yeah.
Well, Christian Apple says, I tend to disagree slightly in terms that we deserve for. As you have to look at the whole season, and our mentality in quite a few games was simply not right. And this is unacceptable. The table doesn't lie. Well, if we finish
I'd have to say that, Frank. They never had a full squad. We were playing people out of position.
Yeah.
We had injuries right through the team.
Yeah, right through. Yeah, you're right. That's a good point, Hector. But that's a good point as well. If you finish 4, whoever finishes in the top 6 deserve to finish in those positions.
Yeah.
So if Liverpool finish in the top 4, they deserve to be there.
Yeah.
Simply because they've got more points than anybody else, or better goal difference. And that's the problem. Can I just say again, please subscribe. It costs nothing. And also like the video to get the algorithm out there.
Don't forget, there's only Man City who's been on a longer run of wins than us.
Yeah.
No, Man City done it.
Yeah. Well, I sorry about this, boys and girls.
And but you've got to say, they are just an unbelievable side.
Yeah, but we're not far behind them in points, Tommy, for the 2 years. Last 2 years. 1 or 2 points.
George, if we would have had the full squad what we've got now at the start, we would be the only team who could compete with them.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah. We've beat them quite a few times in the last couple of years.
Yeah. full strength squad. I'd play them every week.
Yeah.
Just let me go through these because I think it's very important for what we're saying here. Charlie Wood says Jones has started to get his confidence back, which is absolutely spot on. For me, it's a system change. It's not attributable to TAA, Trent, going into the middle. We're playing a formation of 2 blocks of 5, gap go deeper. This is also bearing fruit.
No, that's a good point. That's a good point, yes.
Yeah.
Haley says...
There's one lad we haven't mentioned, Gapco.
Haley, well, all right, we will mention him, Tommy. I want to read this lovely girl's comments out. Is that all right? Can I have permission, please?
She's my daughter. Of course you read her out.
Good, thank you very much.
Of course.
You didn't want me to read it out there. It's vital.
What you say.
Yeah, say he goes, carries on. Jason, where are you? Can you get rid of Tommy?
Get on with it.
It's vital Trent stays in a midfield role. Jones has grown in confidence, and the proof is in the pudding. Made up for them.
Yeah. She's taught you all you know, Tommy.
Yeah. As for
She's
Jones,
taught me all I know.
That's right.
Yeah. As for Jones, I think he has also he shows that he has started working really hard in training in terms of tactical demands from Jurgen. I think he's good on and off the ball. He presses high. He's moving quickly. He's, as Klopp said, much quicker in the decision making. Something that was really, let's make a contrast with what we were used to from Curtis. He understands the game better. That's what we see. And this is, of course, as Frank said at the beginning, because of he has consecutive Premier League starts, playing time. Yeah, that's his longest run for Liverpool career. I think 9 consecutive starts. I think.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. No setbacks, no injuries. So time to train regularly and play regularly
makes a huge difference. Yeah.
Because you've seen his attitude last night, didn't you? Along with Trent when they were being interviewed, and it was great that there was 2 Liverpool lads. Yeah. Don't forget they're playing for their home city, who they supported as little kids, and to play, and the confidence oozing out of them. It's absolutely wonderful to see. Yeah. Now, where's the next question? And I'm going to Tommy about this. Now, this is the same question for you. So when Tommy finishes, go to George, and then over to you, Marios. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. All this, and it says hype, by the way. It is hype. You've got to admit about the way Curtis is playing, the way Trent's playing. This is all the midfield, because all we've been doing all season is moaning about the midfield. Yeah.
Yeah.
We agree? Okay.
Yeah.
So now all of a sudden you've seen a transformation in the style of play. You've seen it in the style of the players coming through, i.e. Curtis Jones, Trent, even Fabinho is playing much better. Right, and here's the question. Could this damage the transfer business in midfield in the summer? Tommy.
I certainly hope not. I certainly hope not, because we still need players. Okay, we're going to offload 4 or 5 of them, but we certainly need at least 2.
Okay, I'll go to Mario.
And it looks like Declan Rice is going to go to Arsenal.
No, okay, I'll go to George. I'm sorry. Over to you then, Marios. What do you think?
Yeah, of course.
George, what do you think?
Well, I don't think it'll affect. I don't think it'll make too much of a change, because they do need to strengthen still. It's a squad game, isn't it? And things can change quite quickly. I think, the fact that Curtis is playing so well is also helping, and Trent is helping the back four as well, I think. Because Van Dijk's playing better now. He seems to have more confidence, and Canate as well, the back. So it's running through the whole team. And we're more creative up front. But next season, I think we'll still be looking at the likes of, I don't know who we're going to get, because we were talking earlier in the season about Declan Rice and people like that. Well, it looks like he's heading for Arsenal.
Right.
Under the press this morning, but you never know whether to believe what's in the press. McAllister might be more of a chance. I would think he'd make a good Liverpool midfield player. But we can't rest on our laurels, Frank. I don't think. I think we've got to be looking forward to strengthen, because the other players, the other teams will be strengthening. Chelsea, Spurs, United. So I think we need to carry on looking at quality midfield players. Yeah.
Okay, Marios.
Yeah, as Tommy said, we are full. We have a full squad, a full healthy squad. That's not the case during the whole season, and will not be the case during the whole next season. So I think this season was a big lesson for us, and we have to see it, and just mathematically, as from the quantity wise, there are 3 midfielders that are leaving the club. So we need to bring 3 new. That's clear. We lose Ox, Keita, and Milner. So we need 3 midfielders to fill the gap.
But then again, you've got Bobby, and Bobby used to play in midfield also. He fed the forwards a false 9.
Yeah.
And we're losing him.
I wish he wasn't going.
Oh, I did.
Well, you seen the fans.
It was quite emotional last night. Yes. Especially when he touched the badge and
but don't you think Gapco could fill that role, Frank? Don't you think Gapco could fill that role? Because I think he's been playing brilliantly.
Well, that's the role that he's actually taken.
Yeah.
And what surprised me about Gapco, lads, I don't know about you, he's got pace. When he picks the ball up in midfield,
he runs with it.
Runs, and he gets away from the chasing. Did you notice the way he turned last night for Liverpool's? Was the first goal?
Yeah.
Was it the first or second goal?
Second one.
No, the second one.
The second one.
Did you see the way he turned? And then he gave it to them. Absolutely brilliant build up to that goal. It was a brilliant build. And Curtis just hit it first side, bang, wallop, get in. And he had to turn with it as well.
That's why I think he could do the Bobby role.
He could do the Bobby role, that's what I was going to say. He could be, and he could be a goal scoring from just behind the front 3.
Yeah.
Well, David Weston says, Frank, remember a conversation we had a couple of seasons ago? Yeah. And agreed Trent would end up in midfield. And that was 2 years ago we had that conversation.
Yeah. I remember when Gareth Southgate used Trent in the midfield for 45 minutes, and then Jurgen Klopp went out to the press conference and said that it's just a mistake from Southgate that he used him as a midfield.
Brian Edley comes out here and says, the only thing now about Curtis is FSG will want to sell him now for extra money after recent performances.
I don't think so.
They won't get it.
No.
They don't get it. Then the lads
no way they're going to sell it.
In no man's land again. Can I finish off it? Shout and scream and everything.
Didn't speak.
Because he's been brilliant. That's what Brian McGivern says anyway. And Nigel says, we had one of the shortest pre-season because of the World Cup, and we were 2 games away from doing the quadruple last season. No other side in England has done this. No wonder we had the start we had this season. Most of our players only had a 3 or 4 week break. Would you agree with that?
Yeah.
Sure. And also I think that there are some trips commercial wise to Singapore and all these kind of things that don't help at all.
That's just to put money in FSG's pocket.
Yeah. Do you remember the pre-season before the last season that we went on to close to the quadruple was close to a month in Evian in France. Just this. That's an important point. The team were in one place for a whole month. They worked really hard, and that was the result. Then, from a short preseason and with trips from there to there, Singapore, and all these kind of things. That's a mind blow. Well,
Brian Edley says Batatic, Jones, Trent, and one big signing. That's our midfield. keep either Enzo, Thiago for the bench. Thing is, I think we need more than one big signing. Would you agree with that?
Well,
Yeah.
yeah.
You know, our midfield I'm talking about. Because we can't afford, as George said before, we can't afford to rest on our laurels.
No.
And we can't. Because we have to go. We don't want another season like this.
Yeah.
Liverpool Football Club is a challenging team with the best British European side. The best of the best by far. And yet, you know, we've got to bring in, I keep saying this, no matter how good we're playing now, no matter how good, and this is what I mentioned before about could we become too complacent about the hype, and all of a sudden we just bring in one, but we need, I say, 3.
But the time to invest is when you're doing well, because you look at Man City, they never rest. Guardiola's always looking to sign players. They're winning the league every year, but he still wants to sign more. You can't rest on your laurels. You've got to keep building.
And he plays the same players, George, as well. You notice he always plays the same players. And as someone pointed out, they never get injured. Yet there's our players injured all the time.
Yeah, try. Very few injuries at Man City. Nothing like Liverpool's had.
Exactly. And you get the likes of Mo Salah, who can run up mountains and whatever and not get injured. Jump out of planes, whatever.
Unbelievable player.
He is an unbelievable player.
But the thing is, let's just mention them 4 midfielders, which if we could have them for 36 games a season, be perfect, wouldn't it?
Yes.
If we had them for 36 games, that's never going to happen. No. So we have to sign. And as George said, the best way to sign players is when you're strong. That's when you sign good players.
That's right, absolutely. And as Christian Apple says, Keita was brilliant at Leipzig, never fulfilled his potential with us. Obviously, injuries didn't help. But it's not just Keita, it's Oxlade-Chamberlain.
Yeah.
And he's going, you forgot about him, didn't you, when you were saying that, Marios? But Oxlade-Chamberlain, you know, he's going.
I think he's on Pips, and you know, he's got to be on Pips. He's on the sick that long.
No, malingerers.
That's the youngster. He's a malingerer. See, when you get the likes of what these lads are saying, let's see what this fella says. Lee Brady, defo miss Diaz. Once he gets a good pre-season under his belt, we will see a good season from him next season, I think. The way we are playing now, with our injured players now becoming reinforcements, plus what we will bring in the summer, I have a really good feeling about next season. Just discuss that while I put the kettle on, please.
I mean, the players we've got
will be a really good season.
Oh, go on, George.
I think next season will be a good season. I think we'll have a better pre-season as well. I don't think we'll be going on these world tours. I hope not anyway.
No.
The other side of the world playing friendlies for money. I prefer that they actually sort of cut them down a bit and get the players fit in a proper pre-season. And with the players we've got now, and with hopefully 1 or 2 new signings coming in, I think we're set to start well. But we need to start well and keep on doing well.
I think we need new signings, George, Marios, to keep the other players on their toes.
Yep.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? No, you're looking behind it. No, if I have a bad game, he's in.
Well, that's right.
That's what you need.
When I used to play, that was all the time. I mean, the players used to look at the team sheet, and if your name wasn't there, you know, it was a nightmare. So you don't want to be out of the team. You want to be in the team and the manager's thoughts. So you start slacking or you get injured, you're out for 2 or 3 weeks. It's hard to get back in.
Yeah.
That's why we need good signings.
Yeah, if you take a look at the bench of Man City, you see players who can play, who can be in the lineup of every other Premier League team.
Yeah.
That's about the competition, as you mentioned. Yes, and I totally believe that we are in a good position because we have a great potential in the club, in the team, and great quality. So I think if Klopp and FSG make the right injections in the squad, we can fly again. I'm pretty sure about
Oh
this.
yeah,
Yes.
I'm convinced that Jurgen Klopp will win the Premiership again
Yeah.
before he leaves us.
Yes, yeah,
Yeah.
I think you will. I think you will definitely.
Because we will need an update here.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, I've got your ticket for Waterstones.
Oh my God! Thank you.
I've got a ticket for Water. I thought it was Weatherspoons.
What are you doing at Waterstones, Marius? You're doing a book signing.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, very good.
Yeah.
In
The
Liverpool.
17th of August.
17th of August. Yes. We
We
chose that date because it's close to the second the game week 2, because Liverpool, as I have read, have requested to play at home in the second game week, just to be ready for the Anfield stand. So I want to combine the Coldstones event with a home game. So I hope I will stay in Liverpool for 5-6 days approximately. So
I hope we can meet up when you come over. That'll be lovely.
Of course, and not only in the
Tommy.
Waterstone at the Waterstone, but in a pub also. I hope.
Yeah, that's what I thought you said. Weatherspoons.
Yeah, we go. You and me will go to Weatherspoons, Tommy.
Yeah, have a nice dinner in there too.
Oh, that's great. That's lovely, man.
Yeah. I would love to see all of you. So Frank was excited when I informed him.
I was a bit unlucky when we launched my autobiography, because at that time, it was 2.5 years ago. The day we were having a huge launch at the Shankly Hotel, and the pandemic hit.
Oh my God!
And
That was the case to my Greek edition also. I never had the opportunity to make a face-to-face, but how I say it.
We had
not the digital presentation.
All the boys were coming. Everybody was coming. It was going to be great.
Oh my God!
And then I went and had a heart bypass as well. So
that was painful. Yes.
After that, it was no problem at all. But that's great. I hope that goes well. I'm sure it will.
Yeah, but I have a good feedback. Yes.
I'll bring the 2 books. So if you're there, George, you can sign yours, and Marius can sign it.
Oh, definitely. Yeah. Even if I can't get a ticket, I'll force my way in.
Of course you will. You just say, Frank Carlyle, you'll get in anyway.
Yeah. Frank, we are talking about. Frank, we are talking about the 17th of August at the Waterstones, Liverpool 1.
Oh yeah, you're coming up. Yeah, there's George is coming down as well. I hope.
Yeah, I'll come.
I thought it was Weatherspoons.
Yeah, there's a big party on at Taggy's as well. It's his 50th birthday or something.
Yeah.
In end of July, there'll be loads of people there.
Let Frank read the comments, Tommy. He'll take his ball home if we're not careful, says Stephen Snape.
Go ahead, Steve. You tell him, lad.
No, he's telling you off.
No, he's telling you to hurry up.
Someone mentions Chris here. I don't know who Chris is. Someone must be looking in. If anyone's looking in, please subscribe. And you'll be able to add comments, and please get the algorithm out there. Thank you so much, people. Brian Headley says, I don't know what he says. He's gone. He's gone. I'm sorry about that. Oh, there he is. I just hoped the forwards had one night off. They didn't excite me at all last night. Very poor. Mo got 3 assists, but they were easy enough. But everyone can have the day.
What game is he watching?
Oh, he comes out with
what game is he watching?
Come on.
God, I can't believe
it. Must have been the Everton game he was watching.
Oh, yeah. I can't believe that. We still need a robust recruitment in the middle. Let's not lose sight of the age of Trent Curtis and Batatic. They are young, and relying on them to do too much would be short-sighted.
Yeah, that's what we were saying.
Yeah. We need to protect their talent and use it properly.
Gapco getting more like Mane, drawing free kicks all the time. Seems to slow down at times, but it's effective, says Brian Headley.
I think them young lads, they've got the best manager who will look after them.
Gapco was brilliant with his turning with the ball, running and dribbling players. He did that against West Ham. I think he turned fast and smacked it into the net. Yeah.
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 I think we'll see the
Absolutely.
best. I think we'll see the best of him next year, Gakpo.
Say
Yeah,
yes. I think the best of a lot of people. But
And
you
Nunes as
mentioned
well.
there. You mentioned there. I think it was you, George. You mentioned the lads. What's his name? It's gone. McAllister would be good for us. I think McAllister's a very, very good player,
I
and
think
he's
he-
only young as well, and he's got legs,
yeah.
and he gets stuck in.
Yeah.
So I
he's
think
quality.
he'd be very good for us.
Yeah.
I really
And
do.
Pre- World Cup
Premier
winner,
and
too.
Premier League experience.
Yeah, World Cup experience as well.
The
A World
experience,
Cup,
World
yeah,
Cup winner.
final, won it. He
Yeah.
won it. The thing is, I was mentioning last week, I think, lads, you got a lad named Ugart from Sporting, and unfortunately, we're not interested. Apparently, according to some reports, we're not interested. He's a wonder kid. He's brilliant. We have to bring him in, and
Is that
Christian. I took Gakpo since we got it, and he's right.
you keep freezing, Frank?
Jones won't be sold. He says
No, he won't.
Jones
No
will be
way.
sold.
That's
No
how your
way.
young
No,
players.
No,
He deserves
No
a
way.
place in the squad. Yes.
no way.
Bobby's concerns, it's a classic case of sentimentality. There's no emotion in a value in evolution, lads.
Of course.
Firmino has been brilliant, but nobody's irreplaceable. I've
That's
said that,
100%
not about Bobby, but about everybody. George,
Yeah.
you knew Rob Durant. You knew
Yeah,
St.
exactly.
John. You know,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
could they be replaced? You know, like I was a kid, and I seen these lads play. Rob Durant's World Cup winner, scored millions of goals for us. Alf Ramsey said his name was first on the sheet. Shankly loved him. And the
Should have been
thing
knighted.
is, he was replaceable. St. John,
Yeah,
Yeah,
well,
but for Bolton,
replaceable.
he went to Bolton, didn't he?
they all get
Steven
replaced
Gerrard.
in time, Frank, don't they? They all get replaced in time. Old Father Time doesn't wait for anybody. You know yourself when you're coming towards the end of your great days.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
do you know? Do you ever remember going back? I'm going back to Kevin Keegan, and we won the European Cup for the first time. And Keegan got us a penalty, didn't he, when he ran in the box, and Bertie Vogts brought him down because it was there. Point is, when he was leaving that season, he was, after the game, he was going to Hamburg, or Hanover. Was it Hanover he went to?
Hamburg.
Yeah,
Well,
he went to
one of them.
Hamburg, Frank.
Right. And he went like that, didn't he? He said, I'm going, and that's the end of that. I was thinking again, a young lad, a young man, and I said, he's going to be irreplaceable. Kevin Keegan, gone. And who did we get in? Kenny.
Yeah.
Sir Kenny.
And when Kenny, when he was retiring, we all said, he's irreplaceable. Everybody is irreplaceable. Everybody is placeable. It's as simple as that.
Yeah.
It's as simple as that. And that's a very good point what he made. Irreplaceable. Nobody's irreplaceable.
Yeah.
That's what Snapey says.
Yeah, he's right.
Very good comment. So anyway,
I was watching this morning on television, Liverpool FC TV, 130 greatest Liverpool goals. By God, we've scored some goals over the years.
Oh, wow.
Cracking into the cup time after time after time. I mean, what a club, what a history. Unbelievable. I sat there, I was transfixed. Right back to Inter Milan, Frank, when Kelly scored after that free kick at Anfield. Black and white team, all the way up to Suarez and John Barnes and all these lads, Rushy, Aldridge. What a history.
Yeah, Rushy, irreplaceable. Placeable. I think with these lads here, what we've got now. Now, if Mo Salah, if Klopp came out next week and said Mo is being sold, what will we say? Irreplaceable. Irreplaceable. But most probably we'll replace him.
But the thing is with Mo, for me anyway, he's already writ his name as a legend.
Yeah.
Oh, he's well a legend.
Whatever happens.
Whatever happens. So was Manny.
Yeah.
So was Manny. So was Bobby. When you talk about threes, and we always talked about. I mentioned Keegan and Toshak, Hunt and St. John.
Yeah.
And you go in these particular permutations, and then when you get up to the likes of, Firmino, Salah, and Sadio Mane, they'll be talked about forevermore.
Forever.
So they're the three legends, our three legends.
Yeah.
That did us wonders.
Forever.
Forever.
Yeah.
Forever today. So now we have to bring in new players. We
thought Suarez was irreplaceable, but
that time, yes.
Fernando Torres was.
Yeah. But we won the league after they left.
Aye.
Yeah, but we won it with a decent manager.
Yeah.
But doesn't that amaze you? Doesn't that amaze you when you look at that team with Gerrard, Suarez, Alonso, Mascherano, and we didn't win the Premiership?
Yeah.
How the hell did we not win?
Maybe slipped.
We had the wrong manager. Wrong manager.
Yeah.
He was all go. I'm getting me Eddie Cochran.
Get your Eddie Cochran on.
Because it was a bit out of.
Now you look like a cockatoo now.
I wish I did, Tommy.
This fella wants to come on. I don't know how 50D. Panel link for a shootout or a shout out. Says this lad. Sorry.
You look like Mick Miller, the comedian. Eh?
Yeah. He does, yeah.
Lee Brady says, I did read somewhere that we have changed all the training and hopefully it's for the best because most of our players were injured through training rather than actual competitive games. So I hope that's a good change, so less injuries. That's a very good point, by the way, isn't it?
Great shout out, yeah. Great shout.
Don't know why.
Maybe that's why, with the change of training, for example, we had no injuries, have we, really, to talk about?
Yeah.
Recently.
Yeah.
Because normally, someone will be bound to be out. Somebody, the next game, such a body's injured. I think that's a very good shout. I didn't know that we changed.
Was Nunes injured last night?
Yeah, well, he's been carrying an injury for a while, hasn't he, really?
Yeah.
Apparently. I don't know.
It's only banged his shoulder the other week.
It could have been.
Yeah.
He went over and banged his shoulder, didn't he?
Yeah. That Trippier, he hit him, didn't he? And he went in.
Yeah. The St. James Park, yes.
The thing is, Frank, they don't take much hitting now. Jesus Christ, they go down like 9 pence.
And roll
that's what they were doing. I don't know whether it was mentioned at the beginning of the show, the pod. Someone mentioned the first 10, 15 minutes that they started kicking us. And they were right, they did kick us. And I think they tried to put us out of a rhythm.
Yeah.
But we held fast, we held steady. And then all of a sudden we just hit them, didn't we? We just hit them.
Their manager said the idea was it's to knock them out their rhythm, especially in the middle of the park. And that's what they tried to do. But you can't be class, can you?
Yeah, they weren't going to match us for skill, were they?
No.
I'm going to be in bits at Southampton, Bobby's last dance. It's going to be emotional.
Is that this Saturday?
No, it's a week Sunday.
Yeah.
This Saturday we're playing
Villa.
Aston Villa at home.
I'll be in Turkey watching that.
Yeah, the last home game for Bobby, for Millie.
Yeah, maybe if we're winning 2 or 3-0, we'll bring him on.
Yeah.
Is Bo Kelleher, Lee Brady says, is Bo Kelleher and Adrian leaving, so we will need a new number 2 keeper.
I think they will.
I would give Kelly. I would give him. I'd give him a blank check to stay.
Well, what do you think, lensing them out rather than selling?
But the thing is, Frank, Alisson's not 100% to be there through every game. And with that kid, we've got someone who can replace him.
Well, Jürgen's looking at another German keeper, isn't he?
I hope it's not like that other fellow.
Yeah, who the brought in.
No. It depends what Kelleher wants.
Yeah.
Exactly, yeah. You can understand he wants first team football. Of course you do.
Yeah.
Because he's good enough to play in any team in that league.
Exactly.
It just happens that we've got the best keeper in the world.
Yeah, but he'll have to make
but
a choice.
Obviously training with him must help Kelleher.
Yeah.
So, no, I just hope he can get round him and just give it another season or 2 and then just see. Because he's still only a young kid.
Yeah.
Well.
Playing in league cup matches and things, cup matches.
Yeah.
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah, he's the best number 2 in the.
Oh, I would say so, yeah.
Oh, yeah, without a shadow of a doubt. Definitely.
And that's why big teams are going after him. Spurs want him. Spurs, they want him. They really want him.
But the thing is that now, I'm not slagging Spurs, but Spurs, right? They could buy him. Do you actually think Spurs are a good team?
No, I'm just saying, the likes of Spurs.
So he's not going to go. He's not going to go there. He wants to go win trophies, and he's never going to win them at Spurs.
Well, he'll go in for him who wins trophies.
Well, us, you just keep him.
Yeah,
let him play all the cup games.
That's what I'm saying.
That's what
Manchester City are not going to go after him. Man United have got, Man United. We wouldn't sell to Man U, so.
No, he wouldn't go there.
So he wouldn't go there anyway. But what I'm saying, so they won't go in for him. Newcastle have a good goalie, and that Pope.
Yeah.
He's
never going to go to Spurs. I'll be very shocked if he goes to Spurs.
Most of the Premier League teams have got pretty good goalies at the moment anyway.
Yeah,
yes.
Yeah.
We lost Rush, replaced him with Barnes, Beardsley and Aldridge. Look how that turns out. We evolve all the time, Paisley said. It's got to be turned over year by year.
Yeah.
Yeah, but absolutely. But what he done with Ray Kennedy was unbelievable.
Yeah.
What Bob Paisley done with Ray Kennedy was probably one of the best strikers in the first division.
Yeah.
And turned him into one of the best midfielders in Europe.
And Nigel says, totally agree. He was talking about Kelleher, that says, walk into most teams in the Premiership.
Yeah, of course he would.
Of course.
And Stevie says about Brian. Brian, bang on, screaming volley that. And that was last night's match. Yeah, Stephen Snape says Nunes has a toe injury.
Yeah, I read that.
He kept kicking the floor.
All right. Thought you had an ingrown toe there or something.
I'll tell you what, I loved young Trent's celebration there when he went to the corner flag and he gave a little wink to the crowd like it's easy.
It was the same corner when we celebrated in 2019 with that with the fourth goal.
What a goal!
Like that.
What a shot! Gee,
I think he was sending a message to Southgate as well, by the way.
Yeah.
Well, Stephen Snape says Leicester were never going to outplay us.
No.
Darren O'Connor. Did I mention Soulboy Fran before? Hiya, boys. Hopefully, I'll jump on next week with you. Says Daz. Yeah.
Hi, Daz. I know Daz quite well. Yeah. A lovely
guy.
Wow.
That'd be great. Yeah, I would love to.
But you can replace Tommy Batty.
Great, yes.
I won't be here. I won't be here for the next 2 weeks anyway, boys. I'm going to say
irreplaceable.
Tommy's
I am irreplaceable.
Tommy's irreplaceable. Did you hear that?
Telling you. In fact, hey, I might join in from Turkey next week, Ango.
That'll be great, yeah. I was going to say that to you, to be honest, Tom. They've got good Wi-Fi over there. And,
Yeah.
I'll be in Turkey in a couple of weeks, and I'll be in Athens as well.
Sorry?
I'll be in Athens in a few weeks' time.
Really?
I'll be. My wife and I are going on a ship on a cruise for a couple of weeks to Greece and Italy, and one of the stops is Athens.
Wow!
And just
I
love to go back there. The last time I was in Istanbul, we won the cup.
So you will be in Athens as a
yeah.
That's a
will you be
get down the top, Marios?
we have to meet each other.
Before, but I'm looking forward to just going in there. It'll be there for one day.
Oh yeah, just let me know and we will see.
Yeah, we'll do. We'll do.
Wow.
Well, I'm going to holiday for next Wednesday, to be honest.
I've had a holiday for 4 years with all the pandemic and illnesses, and so we're looking forward to a nice break.
Wow.
Where are you going, Frank?
Nice time.
I'm going to Athens next week for 4 days.
Stop it.
Athens.
Stop it.
Marios has put me up.
Yeah, that's true.
No, I'm not having it. I'm not having that.
Shut
we're
up,
going to stay with Marios.
I'll fly from Ishmael.
Marios looked like Scooby-Doo when I said I'm going to stay with him.
No problem. Yeah.
Oh, no.
Just wanted to see if it is true that you will come.
Yeah.
I'll let you know.
Let's see what Lee Brady says. Imagine the stats of Trent having a full season in midfield. He already storming up the list for the most touches this season. I think he is third. And this is Trent. And he's only started, hasn't he, really?
Yeah.
Then he is first with the most chances created, most passes, most assists in the last 9 games in that position. This switch to midfield will save us millions.
Yeah.
That's a cracker, that. That's
Absolutely.
a cracker,
Can't argue with that at all.
No, and Haley Barrow says, Lone Keller out for a season or 2. See what Alisson does then. He's excellent. And I said that. I did say that. Lend him out, loan him out.
That would be good.
Yeah. Lend them to Xavier Rovers, please.
Yeah, because selling him to a club is like giving them a gift, a goalkeeper for years. Why not just keep him in?
Well, there's an hypothesis. There's an hypothesis. Just an hypothesis. But what would Man United pay for Kelleher? Said tongue in cheek, obviously. He's far better than Latin Gay, isn't he?
Oh, yeah.
I don't even want to talk about that.
No, he's definitely... He's going nowhere, only on loan.
It's funny how Liverpool's always had great goalkeepers, haven't we?
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, and that was a telegraphic address of the club, goalkeeper, in the old days when they had telegrams, Frank, before emails.
Do you ever remember that? Do you ever remember there, boys? And Marios won't remember this fella. You two will, Tommy and George. Ogrizovic. As well.
Steve Ogrizovic.
That's him, yeah.
Steve Ogrizovic, yeah.
But he was good.
Yeah.
Huge guy.
He was a huge man, wasn't he? He's like a big giant.
A lad I played with him at Aberdeen. He came when I went up to Aberdeen to sign for Aberdeen. He came down to sign for Liverpool. John Ogston. Do you remember him?
Yeah.
You used to call him Tubby Ogston.
Tubby.
He's a big lad.
I remember when Frankie Lane come over from Sammy Rovers.
Yeah, I played with Frank at Tranmere. Yeah, I played with Frank.
Yeah.
Lovely lad. Trevor Stone.
Do you mean Frankie Lane, the singer?
The goalkeeper.
That's 3 we've had tonight.
Oh, the goalkeeper.
Dave Berry and...
I was going to tell you the story about Frankie Lane, the singer.
Go ahead, Dan.
Well, we What do you mean, go ahead then? Start.
Go on. It's not like we can say no, is it?
No, I was only going to say where I lived, where I grew up in my old neighbourhood. We had a chippy called Johnny Gianelli's, an Italian chippy. And one day, Frank Sinatra was at the Empire. And it's a true story, this. Anyway, Sinatra said to one of the stagehands, he only came from, our neighbours, one of the stagehands at the Empire. He said, "Can I get something to eat?" He said, "I'm absolutely starving." He was rehearsing, So he said, Johnny Gianelli's. He said, "What's that?" He said, "It's a chippy." He didn't know what a chippy was. Like a cappy, he said. He said, "Well, can you go and get me something to eat?" So he brought some fish and chips, right? So Sinatra ate them. Honest to God, fish and chips out of Johnny Gianelli's was the best in the world. Really. He had the special ingredients that went with the chips. They were lovely. Anyway, right? So he loved them. So he was in New York, Sinatra, and he was singing a, concert. And Frankie Lane came, was watching him, and he went to see him, obviously, at the after show. And he said, "Listen," he said, "we're going down to Vegas." He said, "Do you want to come with us?" He said, "No." He said, "I'm going on a European tour in 48 hours. He said, "Where are you going?" And he mentioned the places: Birmingham, London, Liverpool. He said, "Liverpool," he said, "There's a restaurant," this is strange. He said, "There's a restaurant, Italian restaurant." He said, "You've got to go there. You've got to have something to eat." He said, because he said he was appearing in the Empire Liverpool. So anyway, the stagehands, he said to the stagehands, he said, "Mr. Sinatra said there was something about this Italian restaurant." Honestly.
Wow.
The chippy was no bigger than what I'm sitting in here. It's no bigger. And all the kids from where I lived used to queue up at dinner time, to get fish and chips, right, from school. So they were all there, and this is Swedish. Sinatra, Frankie Lane says, "Where is he?" He said, "Yeah," and he brings him. He said, "Yeah, there it is. There, do you see that shop there? That's it." He said, "It's small. It's a small restaurant, isn't it?" And he said, "Well, that's what Sinatra says. Mr. Sinatra, he loved it in there." So we went in, and there was all these kids in front of him, and he's standing there with this very light blue mohair suit and a white silk shirt, tieless, and a golden tan. And he went in, and he said, "Excuse me, sir," because they're very polite, the Americans. He said, "Excuse me, sir, Mr. Sinatra suggested coming." He said, "Well, get in the queue. I've got to save these kids before they go back to school." That's what he said. And he waited. All these little kids going around this little chippy till he got served. Unbelievable story, isn't it? It's absolutely genuine.
The true story, Frank, yeah?
Yeah, true story.
Wow.
Frankie Lane. And he loved it. He actually loved what Sinatra said, Never knew the story afterwards, like whether he seen Sinatra and said, "You're right there about Gianelli's." But he thought it was a big restaurant, so it was a little chippy. A little Italian chippy.
Frankie Lane, he was a man, wasn't he?
Oh, yeah. Jezebel.
Cool water, high noon.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Cool water, high noon. Kelleher wants first team footy, and we can't blame him.
Yeah.
I think if we sell him, have a buyback clause in his contract, says Dazzle Connor.
Good point.
Yeah.
Good point.
We could do that.
Point.
Yeah.
That's a very good point. Well, I said, put him out on loan. But if we have to sell a buyback clause, brilliant. Brian Edley, an excellent number 2 is essential regards. Looking for number 20. If I was Jürgen, I'd beg him to stay for one more season at least.
Well, I've not heard of any noises of him wanting to leave. I've not seen anything saying he's keen to leave.
No, he hasn't.
So just let it stay.
And if he gets the okay off Jurgen to play all the cup games, maybe that'd be the debate to keep him there.
Make sure he's on the right money.
Yeah.
Well, Aidan says it's no secret getting a world-class keeper certainly helps the chances of trophies. Whoever has Kelleher will benefit hugely.
Yeah, that's true.
He's never had a bad game for us, has he, when he's come in?
No.
Where did he come from? From?
Ireland.
Yeah,
I know he's Irish, but he come from an Irish team.
Yes.
Yeah.
Or from Ireland, yeah. He's a good footballer as well. Outfield player.
Yeah.
Good point.
Well,
yes.
You look at Allison. Look at the assist. Look at the assists he's given. Look at that ball out.
Yeah. The first goal.
Yeah.
Look at that ball. Very rare. You get a goalkeeper that can play like that.
Yeah, but he's done that quite a lot this season and last season.
Yeah. Absolutely. Tommy is irreplaceable. What a program. What program
was it? Charlie, lad. The money's in the post, yeah.
Yeah, what program was it they replaced a guest with a block of lard? That was I've got news for you.
Aye.
Where's Dorothy tonight?
Oh yeah. Hey, listen, Blue Eyes here, listen. She's shocked you, George. She's shocked you.
She keeps writing to me.
Aye.
Don't know where I am here, boys. I'm sorry, I'll have to miss some out. Lee Brady, I'm up to bed early, guys. Up early tomorrow. Metal detecting for a day and try and find some historic things for our city, Liverpool City and Museum. Cheers, guys. Metal detecting.
Yes, thank you.
All right, Lee. Good luck, lad.
Good luck.
What's where he's metal detecting?
I hope it's not a railway station.
Might be around at 8 again. Yes, I remember him, ex-Coventry keeper and a big Mike Hooper. 86, 89, says Brian.
Yeah, Mike Hooper's another one, yeah.
Yeah, that was on Gribbage, wasn't it? From
you'll remember Colin Withers, wouldn't you, George?
Who?
Colin Withers from Burnley.
Yes.
He was a big lad.
Yeah.
Mike Hooper was decent. Looked like Ronald McDonald's with his ginger hair.
Yeah, he was a red hair boy, wasn't he? Yeah.
Looks like Ronald McDonald's with his ginger hair.
Fish and chips.
Frank, me and Dave are starving listening to you talking about fish and chips.
So I like the chippies only round the corner. Bring us some if you're going out.
Yeah, Brian McGivern says, Brian Erling, sorry. I heard that about Mr. Sonata. He started a fight in the chippy and got battered.
Oh my God. Look. Whoa. Look what you started now.
Must have been, I knew. Yeah. So FSG will want to make money from the keeper, says Charlie Woods. You're right there, Charlie. I'm afraid. You're right. So right. He came from Cork City, Kelleher.
Oh, great.
Says Brian Edley. And Ailey Barrow says Allison's distribution of the ball is everything. And you can't
go on,
argue with that.
Even with his head.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That goal against West Brom, unbelievable. Absolutely amazing.
But didn't he just lose his dad before that game?
Yeah, he did. Yeah. He was in mourning, wasn't he? He was still in mourning.
Yeah.
Unfortunately. But that's the way it is. But just imagine losing him.
No.
But
then again, he's not bulletproof, is he? He could get injured easy.
Yeah.
Especially some of the saves he goes for.
Yes. Yeah. So listen, lads, about Saturday.
Yeah.
AV. Is it Saturday or Sunday? Oh, it's Saturday, isn't it? All the last games are on Sundays, so on the Sunday, the following Sunday. So what do you think this Saturday? Aston Villa. And would you keep the same team? I'm going to you, George.
I think I would keep the same team, yeah. I think I would keep the same team if they're all fit. I think it'll be a slightly different game. I think that's the sort of game Liverpool could win because Villa's a good side. And we tend to play well against the good sides.
Yeah.
They're a good side. They've improved a lot since the new manager there took over.
Yes. Yeah.
So it's not going to be an easy game, but I've always said I'd back Liverpool at Anfield with a full crowd against any team, and I think we'll win. I think we'll win maybe 2-0, 2-1. I don't think it will be a high-scoring game.
Well, I think you've got a good point there because Liverpool, the way they are now, full of confidence.
Yes.
And wanting to get that ninth win and to finish it off next week with a 10th win. Do you see what I mean? Or is it the other way about? Whatever it is.
No, it'll be the 8th win. That'll be finished off. It'll be 9 if you win the last 2.
Yeah. But it'll be like 10 unbeaten, wouldn't it? Really?
It'll just be.
And just
the good thing. I agree with what George said there because Villa are a good side and they like to play. That gives us a lot of scope.
Yeah.
Instead of a team sitting back, which is very difficult to play against sometimes. They have 2 banks of 4, and it's hard. Where Villa will, especially that lad on the right, what's his name? Hell of a player.
Yeah, they've got one guy scoring all the goals, haven't they, up front as well?
Yeah, that's him.
Watkins.
It just slips his name. Name slipped my mind now.
Watkins.
But the point is, lads, no matter who they've got out,
Ollie Watkins.
It's our new formation. We've kept clean sheets.
Yeah.
We played a side last night fighting for relegation. Fighting.
Yeah. We're not just be better offensively, but defensively also we defend better.
Exactly, we are defending better, and that's the point.
Yeah,
no matter who we play,
You've got a strong bench as well.
Yeah, and you've got the crowds up for it as well.
Yeah,
there will be because it's our last home game.
It's going to be a very emotional day, that.
Yeah,
Bobby's concerned anyway. So the whole crowd are going to be. I can imagine the noise in there on Saturday afternoon.
You like a European game?
It's going to be crazy, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Stephen Snape says if we're to attain consistency, then a stout number 2 in goal is essential. Don't be surprised if Kelleher stays at least 1 more season.
Yeah, I think he will.
What's a canny operator?
Yeah.
But as you said, George, you've heard nothing, have you?
No, not seen anything.
Nothing.
He's not expressing any unrest.
Exactly, because all of you heard, all of that we've heard of is, the paper talk and nothing coming from the club and the likes of social media, because it's only what we're saying. He needs game time. He wants to play in the first team for that. So it just snowballs from there, no matter what's said.
It's what he does when he comes into our team, when you think about it. It's miraculous because he doesn't play. And then he just comes in the team and plays like he's been there all season.
You're full of confidence, yeah.
Yeah, it's unbelievable.
Well, Stephen Snape says, we'll beat Villa. Salah will run Tyrone Mings ragged.
He could run anybody ragged on his day.
Yeah, that's true.
Just imagine, he's having a bad season. He scored 30 goals in all competitions, 19 in the Premiership. He's only got to get 1, and he'll beat Thierry Henry's record of every season scoring that many.
Yeah. Who's saying he's had a bad season?
What?
Who's saying he's had a bad season?
Everyone says it. He's dead about saying it.
I don't know. I don't know who they're watching when he's on the pitch.
Yeah, well, that's what they say. So it's bad season. Oh, look at it. Look what he's and look at all the assists.
Yeah, going to say the assists have been amazing.
Look at the goals.
He is just a phenomenal footballer.
Yeah,
Unbelievable.
Francine last night, she put a comment up. It was when he missed that open goal, and she said, "Salah's awful." But she was only messing. She was only, tongue in cheek.
Yeah.
It's a good job I never wrote. It's a good job I never wrote on what I was thinking.
I couldn't believe it.
Yeah, but you won your bet, though, didn't you? You won your
bet. Yeah. But I mean, I had him to score any time as well, though. But the thing is, he didn't just miss it. No. It was yards wide.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he's missed a couple of penalties. He's missed a couple of penalties as well, hasn't he?
Yeah. He's crap. Get rid of him.
Zaz O'Connor says, there's something that the cup wants you to know.
Yeah.
Wasn't that fantastic last night, though?
Who's that? Zaz O'Connor?
That was very emotional, really. It was. Yeah.
He must have gone into that dressing room and just gone.
Yeah. Well, he's earned it, hasn't he?
Well, you've only got to look at Sadio Mane. What was the first thing he said after a couple of weeks? I miss Liverpool.
Yeah.
I miss Liverpool.
Look at Kenny Dalglish. Steady.
Yeah.
I think most players, I think you'll all agree. When they come here, it doesn't matter where he's been or where they've been. They come here and it just gets them.
Yeah.
The city, the fans, the club, it just gets them.
You always come back in the heart, anyway.
Yeah. Well, the likes of Alan Hansen, the likes of Kenny Dalglish, Mark Lawrence, they all live here. Johnny Barnes, they all live here.
Yeah.
They don't move. They could go anywhere.
Moby.
Yeah, Moby. Jan, big Jan. Love him. Love Jan.
Yeah, yeah. You remember that story? Was it Bob Paisley said to Jan, he shouted from the line, get warmed up, Jan, you're coming off. He made the ball do the work, didn't he, Jan? He made the ball do the work.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
He just stood in that middle. I remember the one of the finals, I think it was the mid-80s, or was it I don't know, was it the 89 one, against Everton, where he just putting the ball everywhere. It was incredible.
That's what I mean.
In the middle. Big
he didn't have to run round.
No. What a great passer of the ball.
Salah has always missed chances. In his first season, he scored 40 and missed about 20.
Erling Haaland also.
Just think about that. So listen, lads,
I'd be worried if he wasn't missing chances.
You've got to give me your, who would you like to see up front, put it that way, on Saturday?
I would say.
I'd say the three what he started with last night.
Yeah, that's what I said. That's what I said, Tommy. Yeah.
What about Jota, though? Because Diaz is still coming back from the injury.
Diaz just leave him on the bench. He did, yeah. I'd leave Jota on the bench. He's good. Nunes is good to come on. No, they're impact players.
Yeah. Okay. I think he might play Jota, though. He might play Jota at home.
Yeah. Yeah. I
hope he brings Bobby on.
It's a good problem to have, isn't it?
Yeah. It's a great problem, but he'll have more problems if he gets what we need for the midfield next season.
Exactly.
That's what we want. That's what we want.
And we need a centre back besides a goalkeeper as well.
Competitions for the team.
Yeah.
Places in the team.
Good night, people. I'm off. See you next time, says Christian.
See you. Thank you so
much.
much.
Christian.
Thank
Gut
you so
and
much,
Nacht.
Chris.
Gute Nacht, mein
Gute
Herr.
Nacht.
Yeah.
Nigel says, good night, lads. Open for 3 points against the Villa. That's nice.
No
Absolutely.
problem. No problem.
Liverpool pulls at the heartstrings of a clapped out bricklayer from Stoke-on-Trent. That's him, by the way. I can only guess at the levels of loyalty of people who've been privileged to have crossed the white line for us. That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's true. So listen, Marios, prediction.
A 2-0 victory, I think. Salah will score again. We'll be back to the score sheet. And maybe Diaz.
Yes. Oh, okay.
No way.
Okay. Tommy.
I will have my bet on 2-0 or 3-0.
2-0 or 3-0.
I'm confident, especially against Villa, who like to come out and play. That would be right up our street there.
Yeah. Okay. George.
Well, I think it's important we score the first goal. That's key. I think you got to. If you don't score the first goal, you're under pressure. They go back in defence and they try and just board up. So if we get the first goal, I think we'll win probably 3-0, maybe 3-1. They've a pretty good attacking side, so they may sneak a goal. But 3-1.
I don't say about that Ollie Watkins. Ollie Watkins, he could score easy.
Yeah, he's got a couple of smart guys up front. So
yeah,
3-1.
I hope to be awarded a penalty with Bobby on the pitch.
Oh yeah, that would be amazing.
You're all high, you.
I'm going for 3-0.
Yeah, good lad. Yeah.
I'm going for 3-0.
That's it. Put the buckets on me back. Come on.
3-0 after 60 minutes and bring Bobby on for the last half hour. That'd be good.
And Mo to score. Mo to beat Thierry Henry's on that day. To beat Thierry Henry's thing. Don't forget that the crowds will be up for this.
Oh,
yeah.
Definitely.
The crowds will be up for this. And once the crowd gets behind you, the last game of the season, and what we've done, in the last few games since the Arsenal game, what we've done, we're going out with pride.
Yeah.
We're going out telling people we're not going to lie down.
That's right.
We're not going to lie down for anybody. We'll be back next season, and we'll be back more forceful. That's Absolutely. What I think that the lads are showing now.
Yeah.
And we must win the toss. Got to win the toss.
To kick into the air. I think that will be said to the away side, Villa side. If you win the toss, let Liverpool kick into your half first, the Anfield Road end first.
Yeah. A lot of teams seem to do that now, don't they?
Yeah. Because, don't forget that their fans are up at that.
Exactly.
Anyway.
They're playing it to their own fans, yeah.
And don't forget, when their keeper goes up to the cup in the second half, that's the biggest round of applause he gets all season.
Do you ever remember, I'll never forget this, it was me and a lad named Raymond Salem, we went to match. And it was against Aston Villa, right? Aston Villa. And their centre forwards was captain Derek Dugan.
Oh, the Duke.
Derek Dugan.
Do you ever remember him? And the funniest thing ever, they came out first rather than Liverpool coming out first. And they came out first. And it was brilliant the way he did it. He ran, he must have said to the lads, just follow me. And he just ran, and he ran towards the cop. And all the cop were like, because we went there. That's where we kicked about, as you know, George, before the start of the game. And he just ran like that, and all the lads were behind him, and he just changed, when he got back there. And they all followed him in the line. It was so funny.
But if you remember going back when Gordon Banks was still playing, it's when he went to the cop end in the second half. You thought he played for Liverpool.
Yeah.
Yeah. Unbelievable.
The ovation he got.
But they've always welcomed the keeper as a cop, haven't they? They've always done that.
Yeah.
But
And then if they don't acknowledge, they get a boo.
Yeah.
But he has a special place for Banksy, didn't he?
Yeah.
He really did. And he knew that. He appreciated that.
But wasn't that his last game before he had his eye accident?
Yeah. And he made one of the finest saves from Chris
in
Laura in
1970.
the Anfield Road. Chris Laura met
meant the World Cup.
me to the head, and it was going into the left-hand corner. I know you think that's my right there, but it's my left hand. But he went anyway, and he just got it out the hand. How he got it, it was incredible.
Yeah.
Well, the greatest save he ever done was against Pele
In the World Cup.
in 1970. Unbelievable.
Even Pele said that, though, didn't he? He said that was, how he got to that. Because he was over on one side of the goal. Pele headed it down into the corner.
Yeah.
He didn't just
he
went over the bar.
Yeah.
He put it over the bar.
Yeah.
That's how strong his hands were.
Look at Marios, he thinks, but look, he doesn't know what we're talking about here, do you, mate?
Sorry?
Have you seen that save by Gordon Banks?
In Mexico in the World Cup.
Of course.
Yeah.
Mexico, yeah.
Wow.
Stephen Snape says, Salah to score and 2-0 for us, boys.
Yeah.
That'll do us.
Pray to God that Paul Tierney isn't there for the Chelsea game at Newcastle, says Brian.
Thank God. Yes.
Yeah.
Oh.
No,
And,
There's nothing done. There's nothing done again. There's nothing done about it. But he's got something.
Look at this fella. Andrea Perlo, wine tester. Greetings from Spain, fellow Scousers. Thank you, Marios, for your magnificent book.
Thank you so much.
Oh, yeah. How about that?
Well done.
International bestseller.
Even the ex-Forest keeper Steve Sutton says he will never forget the 5-0 thrashing in '88. The reception he got that night and the noise is unforgettable.
Yeah.
So don't forget, people, please do a like, subscribe, get the algorithm out there, not just for me, but for the likes of Marios, for the likes of this wonderful man here who played for Liverpool, George Scott, and Tommy Batty, who'll be trying to come on.
I will. I'll do my best next week.
All the way from Ishmael. Toyiki. I went to Ishmael, and it was very nice. I never stayed there. I stayed in there, marvelous estate there. But we went to Ishmael, lovely little place that, isn't it? And got a dolmus. Is it a dolmus?
Dolmus, the little bush, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely fantastic. And then went to a bazaar, and I went, "Oh, isn't that nice? A leather coat."
Oh.
Chase me for days with this leather coat.
Big mistake.
I don't want it. Go away.
Big mistake, mate.
And another fella, I said, "Can I get my photograph taken? There was a camel there." And he went, "But money." I said, "Oh, yeah. Never there. Got it now." Anyway, I met Gordon Banks in hospital when he lost an eye. My grandmother was the ward's sister at the time. Banksy idolised Shankly and the cop. Lovely fella, Gordon, and that's what Stephen Snape said, because he's from
Shankly idolised him as well. Shankly loved Gordon Banks.
Yeah.
Always talking about him.
Shows you, Banksy. 2-1 to the Reds. Would love a pen and Bobby to get it in the last minute.
As long as we're winning 3, I'd let him take it.
I'm just going to say to everyone, I won't be having a show this Thursday, and I'll tell you for why. Because Newcastle are playing that night. Yeah. So I'm going to have the podcast on the Friday.
Very good.
On the Friday. And hopefully George will be there. Or you're not going to next week, George, to Athens, are you?
That's a couple of weeks, yeah. I'm going on the end of May.
That's good. And we've got, obviously, we've got you on, haven't we, Marios? You'll be on with us next Tuesday.
Next Tuesday, of course. Yes.
Yeah, excellent
Yeah.
stuff. And Tommy all the way, hopefully.
And God willing, if I can get on, I'll get on next Tuesday.
And we'll have Daz O'Connor on. Is it Daz?
Ah, lovely. Yeah. I know Daz.
Yeah.
I've been on his show. Lovely.
So we'll have him on, not Daz O'Connor, but Daz O'Connor. Anyway, we'll
What
have
was he
him
on the other week?
He's
He
a
was on the
Scouse
other week,
lad.
wasn't he?
He's smashing lad. And
Yeah.
he said to me, I've got to go and pick the kids up. I'm late.
Pick the kids up, yeah. You have to go and pick the kids up.
Because he lives in America. He said, I'm late. Well, listen, lads, Marios or Georgia, if you're doing nothing on Friday, if you're not working, by all means,
Yeah, should be all right. I think I might be all right, Frank.
on Friday.
You think so? Yeah. You think
I'm
so?
not so sure about this, but
No, it doesn't matter.
let
But
me
let me
think.
know.
Yeah,
Let me know.
okay.
That'll be fantastic because,
It's always fantastic. Yes.
yeah, I've been to this place. Hang on.
Depends.
I see that 2-1 to the Reds. Yeah, Brian Edley. What's this? Yeah. Cassiope and Paleokastrica on Corfu Islands are beautiful places.
Oh,
I spent 2 weeks in Paleokastrica.
I've never been to Corfu.
Really, it's fabulous. That Paleokastrica is absolutely.
Marios, we're going to Santorini.
Santorini.
Wow. I have been once at Santorini. Yes. Oh my God.
Crete.
The best place I ever been was
Famous
the
sushi.
White Palace on Crete. Have you been there, Marios?
The blue roof
Yeah,
and the white buildings.
yeah.
Marios, have you been to Crete?
Yeah. I've been. Yes.
I stayed at the White Palace.
Yes.
Can I come in with it? Because Dorothy Langham's been looking in. And Dorothy said, can we get Gordon Wallace on with George?
I'm sure I could get Gordon on, yeah.
Oh, brilliant.
That'd be good.
That'll be fantastic.
Boss.
Little
I'm not
boss.
sure.
Hey,
I'm not sure.
that's me on the bench. That's me on the bench.
No, he can come with me. He can sit next to me.
Oh, do you know what
The
though?
only thing is with Gordon, he's not very technical on the internet or nothing.
No.
He doesn't get involved in the internet, so that you probably have to come over here.
No, that'll be
You have to go to
fine.
you.
That'll be great if you could sit in with you. It'll be absolutely wonderful. I used to pull into his garage in Anfield and used to get me petrol off him.
He's fantastic. My best mate, Gordon.
Ah, it's lovely.
It's
Friday knows he has his garage, didn't he?
He has scored the first goal of Liverpool in Europe, I think.
Peter Thompson had it first, the one in.
Peter Thompson.
And when I left to go up to Aberdeen, then Gordon went into business with Peter in that garage. And then Peter left the garage to Gordon, and then Gordon carried on from there.
Thank you, lads, for the scintillating company. As ever.
That's the first time I read this word. Never heard this word. Yeah.
It describes you, Marios.
Yes.
So I would go to Google Translate.
And Steve Evans, he must have just woke up. Evening, fellas. Evening,
thank you.
Yeah, Steve.
All right, Steve.
Hey, Frank, I'll tell you a story. We were talking about goalkeepers, weren't we, tonight, quite a lot.
Yeah.
Well, there used to be a goalkeeper at Liverpool. You probably wouldn't have heard of him. He had two brothers who played in the first division with Plymouth and Sheffield Wednesday. A guy's name was called McLaren, and this lad was called Monty McLaren. And you'll see his pictures of some of the team photographs around the early 60s. He was about 6'7", very thin and tall, a bit lanky. And he was playing for us against Everton A team at Melwood. And there's a lad called Stuart Shaw, played for Everton. You probably remember him, blonde lad.
Yeah.
And he hit this ball towards the goal, and Monty jumped up and it slipped through his hands and rolled over the line. And then about 5 minutes before half time, he comes out for a cross. He jumps up and it slips through his hands again. And Stuart Shaw heads it in, and Shankly's watching because he used to come down to watch the A team sometimes on a Saturday morning when the first team were at Anfield. And we'll go in at half time and we're sitting there, and Shankly comes in and he walks up to Monty and he said to Monty, Monty, son, You've got everything. You're big, you're hard, you're strong, great judgment, a lot of style, confidence. You've got it all, son. You make a bloody good policeman. And you'll catch lots of crooks, son. But unless you can catch a bloody football, you'll never be a keeper. And you know what? When Monty left, he became a policeman in Auchterarder in Scotland.
You're joking, Tilly. Did he really?
Yeah.
Oh,
He got a free transfer at the end of the season.
oh, isn't that believable?
You check it out, Monty
brilliant.
McLaren. A lovely lad too, he was.
As Brian says, thanks, lads. It's been brilliant game. Looking forward to Friday's show after Bournemouth beat United and Brighton beat Newcastle. Fingers crossed. Cheers, lads. Stay safe. That's lovely. Thank you.
I hope so, mate.
Late to the party. Reds will finish in the top 4, says Steve Evans.
Yeah.
Well, that's what we're hoping, Steve, lad.
Well, the thing is, as well, we're all hopeful.
Yeah.
This is what it is. You know, we have to live in hope. We do. If you don't live in hope. But then again...
I look at it now. They've got more chance of dropping points than what we have.
Yeah.
He won't drop any more points.
No, I don't think we will, Tommy.
No.
Well, you know, it's just the way it is with everybody. It's been a fantastic show tonight. I just want to just show this once more, because the last game of the season, this shop will be open, and just go along there, get your merchandise from at Scarf and Badge. Fantastic couple, Mike and Michelle Dean, lovely couple, great merchandise. And it really is. They're just a lovely couple. The small business and the fantastic people and fantastic quality. And if you can, just go along, pay a visit, have a look around, because it is all quality stuff. And I've just got to say to these 3 gentlemen, Tommy Batty.
You've called me worse than that. You've called me worse than that.
He's not really going away, you know what I mean? He just wants a
time,
break.
Tommy.
He said to me last night, he said, I want a break from Marios and George, you know. He said, don't have them on tomorrow.
Don't have me swearing.
We won't sign the books.
No, I pass one Friday, I fly out.
But anyway, he hopes to be on next week from all the way.
I'll do my best to get on next Tuesday.
It'll be great if you could. So, do you know what you want to do, Tom? Grab hold of your mate and just say, is there any chance? And let us know on the day if you can.
Well, what I've got, the lad who gives me the transfer, Kagan, he has Wi-Fi, those static Wi-Fi for your room.
Yeah.
So I've ordered one of them up. So if I've got that in my room, I'll most likely be able to get on.
That'll be great. That'll be great, Tommy. It really will. You know the score now, don't you, about the links and everything else. But But anyway, keep the stories coming, George, says Brian Headley.
For sure, yes.
Steve Evans can see Brighton getting a point at least at Newcastle. Nice all, he says.
Yeah.
They're still chasing things.
Yeah. Keep the faith, lads. We're all in it together. We want the best for our club. And it's just for me to say, boys and girls, Marios, all the way over there in Athens, thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Hopefully we'll see you Friday. If not, we'll definitely see you next Tuesday.
Definitely, yeah.
To George, to this wonderful man, George. Hopefully, he will be coming on Friday.
I'm over the water. I'm over the water as well, you know. It's only at the Whittle.
Oh, right. Oh, I thought you were up in the other side of the Clyde.
No, I'm only on Whittle.
Well, that'll do.
Whereabouts on the Whittle are you, George?
Not far from Tommy, Bebbington.
Oh, it's only up the road.
Only up the road. We can have a pint
I'll
anytime.
throw a brick through your window next time I pass.
Like you said before, Frank, when you play for Liverpool, you never leave it. You know?
No, that's great. That's wonderful, Tommy. George. And Tommy Batty, obviously. Lads, it's been absolutely wonderful.
It's been my pleasure too.
I'll see you
thank you very
on
much for that.
Friday. See you next Tuesday, and hopefully Friday, Marios.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
Cheers,
Tommy.
George. Cheers, Marios.
Bye, Marius.
Cheers, Frank.
Bye, Tommy.
Thank you.
Bye,
Cheers.
Frank.
Thanks,
Thank you.
Thank you
I
so
hope to
much.
see you next Tuesday. I hope to see
Yeah.
you next Tuesday.
Yeah, be great, that. Be great if you could, Tommy.
Okay, good night. God bless.
Good night.
Good night, Tommy. Good night, mate.
Thank
Good
you.
night. Good night, Marios.
Good night, Frank.
Good night, mate. Thank you so much. Thank you. And that's just for me. And it's good night. Ci vediamo, as the Italians say. See you soon. Ciao.